A man's watch reveals his character before he speaks. Not the logo, not the price tag, how he wears it. There's a world of difference between a man who owns a timepiece and one who truly commands it. Stay until the end. One deadly mistake ruins even a $20,000 watch. You're seated across from colleagues. Important dinner. Boardroom handshake. You glance at your wrist and doubt creeps in. Does this fit the moment? Am I overdoing it? Does it look cheap? Or am I trying too hard? That hesitation, it's not about taste. It's not about money. Here's the truth. Most men over 40 don't lack style. They lack a clear system. And without one, even the finest watch feels uncertain. After 40, something shifts. You stop chasing what's trendy. You start choosing what's true. A watch becomes more than an accessory. It's a statement of arrival. Psychologically, it signals you understand permanence over flash, substance over noise. Practically, you've moved beyond disposable fashion. You invest in pieces that honor time itself. Personally, what rests on your wrist reflects how you see yourself. Worthy of craftsmanship, intention, legacy. This isn't vanity. It's clarity. You've earned the wisdom to know the right watch doesn't announce you. It completes you. And that quiet authority, that's what separates men from gentlemen. Today, I'm breaking down 7 timeless principles that separate gentlemen from amateurs when wearing a watch. These aren't opinions. They're proven rules of proportion, occasion, and presence. And at the end, I'll expose the single blunder that sabotages even six-figure timepieces. A proportion mistake most successful men don't even realize they're making. Let's begin. Principle 1. Context is king. Every watch has a purpose. Ignoring it signals carelessness. Dress watches, thin cases, leather straps, minimal dials. These belong in boardrooms, client dinners, and black tie events. Think understated elegance. Silver or gold cases, black or brown leather. They whisper refinement. Sport watches, robust, water-resistant, metal or rubber straps. Perfect for weekends, barbecues, golf courses. They communicate capability without pretense. Everyday, versatile pieces, 40 millimeters, steel bracelet, clean dial. These transition seamlessly from office to evening drinks. The psychology? Appropriateness shows you read the room. You respect the moment. Wearing a dive watch to a formal dinner? You look lost. Match the occasion. Command respect. But choose the wrong size, and even a perfect watch screams amateur. This next principle changes everything. Principle 2. Proportion is everything. Here's your guide. 38 to 42 millimeters suits most men perfectly. Classic balance, timeless. 36 to 40 millimeters for slimmer wrists, elegant without disappearing. 42 to 46 millimeters for larger frames, substantial without overwhelming. But here's what most men miss. Lug-to-lug measurement. The lugs are where the strap attaches. If they extend past your wrist edge, the watch wears you. Diameter matters less than how the watch sits. Oversized? You look like you're trying too hard. Desperate for attention. Undersized? Outdated. Lost in the past. Perfectly proportioned? Effortless authority. Measure your wrist. Know your numbers. This single detail separates confidence from confusion. Coming up, a detail gentlemen ignore daily. Yet it's what strangers judge first. You'll want to hear this. Principle 3. Your strap tells the story. This is where versatility meets mastery. Leather straps. Brown radiates approachable warmth. Weekends, creative settings. Black commands formality. Business, evening events. Texture matters. Smooth for polish. Grain for character. Metal bracelets. Steel offers bulletproof versatility. Gold makes bold declarations. Wear it confidently or not at all. NATO/fabric straps. Breathable, casual, summer ready. Think coastal dinners, not corner offices. Here's the secret. One exceptional watch becomes 3 with strategic strap changes. But condition is non-negotiable. Frayed leather? Tarnished metal? You broadcast neglect. Your strap isn't decoration, it's transformation. Swap intentionally. Elevate endlessly. The next rule seems obvious, yet thousands of men violate it daily without realizing. It destroys your entire presentation. Principle 4. Placement defines precision. Your watch belongs just behind the wrist bone, anchored, not wandering. The fit test: snug enough to hold position, loose enough to slide one finger underneath comfortably. Why this matters? Comfort. Proper placement prevents irritation during movement. Elegance. A stable watch projects intentionality. A sliding watch screams carelessness. Longevity. Excess movement accelerates where on the movement and case. Common errors. Too tight. You look constricted, uncomfortable in your own skin. Too loose. It rotates, distracts, announces amateur. The shirt cuff test. For dress watches, your cuff should slide over the case smoothly. If it catches or bulges, adjust. Precision here whispers mastery. Next, an old-school principle most men abandoned, but the sharpest still follow religiously. Here's why it matters. Principle 5. Restraint radiates power. Traditionally, right-handed men wear watches on the left wrist. Practical origin. Protects the crown during writing, reduces impact damage, keeps the dominant hand unencumbered. Modern flexibility exists. Left-handers may reverse it, but the sacred rule remains: one watch, one wrist. Period. No stacking with leather cuffs or metal chains unless exceptionally minimal. And even then, tread carefully. Why restraint matters. Overloading signals insecurity. Look at me. Validate me. A solitary timepiece whispers, I need nothing else. The gentleman's code. Less communicates more. Your watch should stand alone, confident, complete, requiring no embellishment. Quiet authority never shouts. What's coming next operates beneath conscious awareness, yet it shapes every impression you make. Pay close attention. Principle 6. Neglect speaks volumes. A pristine watch signals something deeper than appearance. It reveals how you treat what matters. What people register subconsciously. Crystal clarity. Smudges suggest carelessness. Case cleanliness. Grime accumulates when you stop caring. Strap integrity. Cracks broadcast neglect. Bracelet luster. Dullness dims your entire presence. Simple maintenance. Microfiber cloth weekly. Avoid water exposure on non-resistant pieces. Service mechanical movements every 3 to 5 years. This isn't vanity. It's honoring craftsmanship, the watchmaker's precision, the material's heritage, your own standards. A polished watch whispers, I respect what I own, and I respect myself enough to maintain it. That subconscious signal, it changes how people perceive your competence entirely. Now, the final principle that transforms how others read your character through your timepiece. This separates true gentlemen. Principle 7. Silence holds more power than words. A true gentleman never announces his watch, never mentions the price, never angles his wrist for validation. The watch exists. That's enough. The most respected men let their timepieces be discovered, not declared. Someone notices? A simple nod. Maybe thank you. Nothing more. Understatement is dominance. Insecurity performs. This is a limited edition Swiss automatic. Cost me. Confidence simply wears. No explanation. No justification. Pure presence. Here's the truth. When you need to tell people your watch matters, it doesn't. When your watch speaks for itself, you've mastered every principle before this one. Wear it like you've owned it forever. That ease? Unmistakable authority. Now, the mistake that sabotages everything. Wearing a watch that doesn't fit your wrist. Too large. You look like a child playing dress-up in his father's closet. Desperate for presents you haven't earned. Too small. Outdated. Timid. Lost in a decade that's moved on without you. Here's the brutal truth. Proportion failure destroys even a $10,000 timepiece. The craftsmanship doesn't matter. The heritage means nothing. If the watch overwhelms or disappears on your wrist, you've broadcast one message: ignorance or insecurity. The solution is simple. Measure your wrist circumference with a tape measure. Know your number. Try before you buy, always. Feel how the lugs sit. Check if it balances visually. Prioritize proportion over brand hype, over trends, over what influencers wear. Because the right watch in the right size doesn't just compliment you, it completes you. And that completion? That's mastery. Listen carefully. Wearing a watch like a gentleman has nothing to do with price tags. It's about intentionality. Choosing with purpose, not impulse. It's about respect. For craftsmanship. For context. For yourself. It's about self-awareness. Understanding what fits, what serves, what speaks truthfully about who you are. UVE earned the authority to wear your time with quiet confidence. Because style isn't decoration. Style is self-respect made visible. If these principles sharpen your approach, tap that like button. It connects us with more gentlemen pursuing authentic style. Subscribe to Useful Elders for wisdom that honors maturity and mastery. Now tell me, which principle surprised you most? Drop in the comments. I personally read every single one. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, wear your time with intention.